Is we are reading of the pastimes of Lord Nityananda. We saw that Lord Nityananda appeared in Radha-desa. Now in ISKCON, this is no more known as Radha-desa, this is Radha-desa. And it is also known as Ekachakra. And his father's name was Hadai Pandit and mother's name was Padmavati. And since he appeared in Ekachakra became very prosperous. And during his childhood, he would collect all his friends and perform varieties of pastimes related to Krishna. Sometime killing of Vatsasura, sometime Bakasura, sometime Aghasura, sometime Dhanukasura. Sometime they will act as, the Leela of Govardhan, lifting of Govardhan. So varieties of pastimes they would do. And one of the pastime is Krishna and Balaram is being taken by Kamsa through Akrur and the gopis' lamentation. And one of the things that was written here is that during that Leela, Lord Nityananda would cry profusely as if a river, his tears have created a river. So these are wonderful pastimes. Just meditating on these pastimes, we can become easily be transported to actual divine plane. And so we were in the section where Mathura Vijay. I told someone to hand over me Mathura Vijay, the Hindi version, and nobody has done that. Who are there out of from Gurukul? Who is this? Learn Gita, live Gita? Sarvatma. Gauranga? No, Sarvatma Syam. Acha, Sarvatma Syam. Are Sudhir Jalalimudi is there. Sudhir Jalalimudi and Santosh Kumar. Can you all find out the Hindi version and hand over to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so we are, this Mathura Vijay is the one of the very favorite pastime of mine, being born in Odisha. Mathura Vijay, you see, we have a nice painting. Can somebody show this Mathura Vijay? Go up. Bring close up. You see here, this is a painting in my house. You can see Akrur is carrying Krishna Balaram. So Krishna Balaram are on their way to conquer Mathura. Mathura Vijay means to conquer Mathura. Okay, that means it includes everything that would happen in Mathura. This is the beginning. So this is a wonderful painting, and this Mathura Vijay is really very famous. Let me tell you how Krishna consciousness is eternal. This Kala Kalevara Kanai Sange Rohini Sata Karanti Mathura Vijaya Ase Dekho Sangata. So this is this song I had, in my school days, I was hearing this song. It was not, and after school I finished 81. And then I became Krishna conscious. I chanted before, but I came in contact with the Prabhupada movement in 1993 in IIT Delhi. So that's almost like 12 years. And then 2 years after that, I joined BITS Pilani, and I just went there to taste that how well I depend on Krishna. That was the main reason why I went to BITS Pilani otherwise. And in fact, nobody in those days, somebody doing PhD from IIT would go to BITS Pilani, because neither it was a nicely placed, it was very far off place, and it is a private organization, private institute. So, but still I went there. And I was, meditating what I should do here, because I'm alone. And this is, I think, 26th of July, 1995. And I met Professor Nagarath. He welcomed me and said, here is the group, please lead it. And I had no interest. I didn't go there to start a robotics lab and this and that. I had no interest. So in my house, I'm wondering and remembering what should I do. And this very song automatically came. Kala Kalevara Kanhi Sange Rohini Sutta. I will play this if people can. Probably it is a good thing to hear. I will explain to you. Can you play here also? Kala Kalevara Kanhi. So, in fact, in that drama script I wrote, I had told that you must play this song. I had created a backdrop of Gwala and Gwalin would be singing this song as the drama starts. And I never saw how they did, and unfortunately, I was not. But I have to make this is a first class. I have to create. I have to talk to people and create a very good video of it. Kala Kolevara, Mathura Vijay. So what is meaning of this? Kala Kolevara Kanai Sange Rohini Sutta. Kala Kolevara Kanai, that is Krishna, is black, and Sange Rohini Sita. Along with him is Balaram, Rohini Sutta. Karanti Mathura Vijaya. They are coming to Mathura. You saw in that song, no? All those paintings are all typical Odia paintings. And it's amazing that anything devotional connected to Krishna is pure, I realized. And I was wandering in my Angan, backward Angan, and I'm singing this song. And I could never even imagine after how many years, at least after my school, it is more than 15 years. And before that, when I heard last, I can't even recollect. But it spontaneously came. And I was just chanting and I was remembering in a Mathura Vijaya that Krishna, how he comes and how he, makes a camp in the outskirt of the city of Mathura along with his cowherd boys and allows Akrura to go ahead. Akrura invites him to come to his house, but he says no, that has to wait. And then they take bath, they get fresh, and along with the cowherd dress, they want to go. And then Krishna's friends are cheating with him. They're saying, what are you doing, oh Krishna? We are in city. We are no more in village. And we are going as a cowherd. We should have a city-like dress, right? This is what the cowherd boys demand. And then, Krishna says, okay, don't worry. So they started walking on the national highway, Rajpath of Mathura. Mathura those days was a royal city, very prosperous city. And as they walked, they first met a dhobi. And dhobi, because once you take bath, what you need first? Garment, right? You need a first garment. They were wearing garment, but these are cowherd dress. They wanted a city dress. And to put on city dress, the dhobi has a lot of cloth, but they are all meant for Krishna and his palace members. So when Krishna went and said, please give me some dress for me, and you can see beautiful Balaram, and then all my friends, and he shouted, how dare you come and beg for dress that is meant for the king, not only ordinary king, King Kamsa. So obviously, Krishna, didn't look at what he is saying. He simply touched his, this throat. He touched somewhere here and he was beheaded then and there. So all the dresses that are there, Krishna selected one for Balaram and then he put on one for himself. And then his friends just collected. And then they are going, right? And then once you put on dress, the next is you put on, you have to fit in those dresses. So they meet a tailor and tailor will make proper, because dresses are not, they will not fit you. So they made a tailor made it all right, and then they were nicely dressed, and then they met Kubja. So Kubja is carrying the saints. And Krishna says, what are you taking? No, I'm carrying this sandalwood paste for Kamsa. And Kubja looked at Krishna, and Krishna is looking so beautiful. Then Krishna says, can you give us some little bit? And Kubja said, why not? Why she said that? Because she was attracted to Krishna. Anybody who gets attracted to Krishna, anybody, doesn't matter. Anybody who gets attracted to Krishna will get unlimited piety. And Kubja did that exactly, and he, without any reservation, he gave. And Krishna was so pleased by the devotional service. He just, in the back, he gave a little bit of push like that, and immediately, Kubja became a, Apsara lady, one of the Apsaras, young Apsara. And then they went to once you are dressed and then you put on nice scent and sandalwood paste and everything. So, you are looking like royal, and then what you need? You need a garland. And then they found Sudama, the garland maker. And then he very happily, when he saw Krishna and Balaram, he has heard already he has heard about Krishna and Balaram. Oh, Krishna, Balaram, please, please, please. With full welcome, he came and gave everything. He garlanded Krishna, garlanded Balaram, garlanded all their friends. And now there is a royal procession in the front, Krishna and Balaram. And then there are everyone. Okay. So as they went on, and then the ladies started, showering flower petals from the rooftop while singing in their own way glories of Krishna and Balaram, as they've heard. Because whatever Krishna and Balaram were doing in Braj, that, just like nowadays something happens, small thing happens, that becomes a very big news. Very big news. Everywhere it has become very big news. And and those days, Krishna killing Putana, Aghasura, and Bakasura, Vatsasura, lifting the Govardhan, what not he has done. Everything amazing, wonderful. Manifesting Mansi Ganga, manifesting Radha Kund, this all wonderful pastimes. The Rasa dance in the middle of the autumn moon. All those activities have been flashed all over the world, all over the world. And obviously royal ladies of Mathura were hankering to see Krishna and Balaram. They are seeing now. In the evening time, these two, like moon on the, two bright moon, they're walking on the roads of Mathura. It's so beautiful, You have to be in that spirit. The more I enter there, I can't, when I can control my emotion. It's so beautiful, this Mathura Vijay. And that's what we have been talking yesterday. The Mathura Vijay pastimes are being enacted by Lord Nityananda and his friends. And his parents and all villagers, they were just amazed how these people, these are small kids, they know all these wonderful pastimes of Krishna, Rama. So they were just amazed how details, they know everything. Just like, we started, this whole prasanga started here. They started with, earth goes to Brahma, she prays to Brahma, Brahma calls all the demigods along with the earth, Bhudevi, they all reach the Kshagasagara and they pray to Vishnu, and then their Akashbani, I'm coming in my self-same form. They are doing everything in detail. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, dear devotees, Krishna Lila is pure. Nibruta tarse rupagiya manas Nibruta tarse rupagiya manat bhavau sadha srotra manobhiramat ka uttama sloka gunanuvadat puman virajyate bina pashubnat. This is so wonderful, so nectar. Anybody who has made up his mind or her mind to hear these nectarine topics of Krishna, they are very, very fortunate, very fortunate. So yesterday we saw the pastimes of Kubja, how Kubja was made into a very, very beautiful young lady, and how she was joyful in giving all those scents that was meant for Kamsa. and gave to Krishna. That's amazing, isn't it? If you are working for Kamsa, normally, if you are working for someone, you eat someone's namak, that means you are polluted by that person, right? So that is what is Rupa and Sanatana, they exhibited, right? Rupa and Sanatana, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally picked them because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew they are his eternal associate. He picked them. But Rupa Sanatana, throughout their life, they behave like they are like Muslim because they have eaten the namak of Nawab Hussain Shah. This is what it is. So although Kubja was working for Kamsa, she was not contaminated by Kamsa like the Dhobi, the ocean man. So she gave. So that's a beautiful pastime. So we are in Mathura Vijay, dear friends, and I wanted also, we had a, Mataji here, Bharati. I gave this script to her to make an animation on Mathura Vijay. And, all my desires are not being fulfilled. I am very, very unhappy. And there are no one is not coming forward how to make this wonderful things, rendering all these things into nice drama is so important. We need a drama art group. I had a great hope on Himanshu Singh. He has dissed me like anything. I had a great hope. I wanted him to be trained in NSD. What is it? NS? National School of Drama and Culture. NSD. And what is that? National? Anyhow, I wanted him that you go and study there and then, engage in this wonderful, he has certain ability to do, someone, but I don't know, people have their own, own way to act. So, anyway, so we don't have in ISKCON, in fact, a good drama group. We need a nice drama group using the modern, cinematography, multimedia, and all this avatar. You see avatar. Somebody should show me avatar. So this is a Hollywood movie. So they say it's you when I exactly suppose I'm here, my replica can be somewhere. The way I dictate, that replica does the same thing. That is what the robotics research. Can I make a robot? All the telepresence robot now, they are saying, if you make one telepresence robot, you become a billionaire. Okay. Why didn't you make telepresence robot? One telepresence robot, you see? That means suppose I am a teacher here and the robot is there in 10 classrooms. One in Hyderabad, one in Gurukul, one in Kolkata, one in Delhi, one in Mumbai, one in Chennai. And the way I am teaching, this robot can teach the same thing in a much more dramatic way, much more animatic. So this is what is called telepresence teacher. So you can earn a lot, and in particularly using telepresence robot, we can teach Krishna consciousness in so many places. Yes. But anyway, so why I was talking about this? Yes, we need all this rendering. You see, Nityananda Prabhu and his friends were performing all these wonderful pastimes. And so now let us go text 40. I'm very sorry that we started late and then I spent a lot of time on my own musing instead of studying Caitanya Bhagavata, chapter 9, text 40. Kubalaya chanura mustika malamari kamsakari kahare padena chule dhari. They enacted the pastimes of killing of Kuvala elephant, the wrestlers, Chanura and Mustika, and therefore Kamsa was grabbed by the hair and thrown to the ground. Wow. See, Kubalaya elephant, Kubalaya Pida. That's why it's written Kubalaya Pida. Krishna is known as. So, Kubalaya elephant, he was intoxicated like anything. And Krishna, without any difficulty, cut hold of his, what is that called? उसको क्या कहते हैं सुंडा? Trunk. Cut hold of his trunk. Such a mad elephant in no time. Of course, for Krishna, sometimes I feel very good enjoyment, how Krishna killed Kubala elephant. And then I feel very morose. What is this point? Krishna killing Kubala elephant, that means we are dragging Krishna to the plane of mundanity. What is this Kubala elephant? He is like an ant. Even worse than an ant in Krishna's creation. But anyway, pastime wise, Kubala elephant. In fact, before this day, that evening itself, Krishna will break the Dhanus. Dhanus bow, the celebration. That the moment he will break, Kamsa has realized his death has come. So he will see him in the mirror without head and everything, he would see. So this is Kamsa anyway. So, and then Mustika, Chanura and all their associates, they will be killed one by one by Krishna and Balaram. And finally, Krishna will rush to the stadium and cut hold of Kamsa by his hair, and he will whirl Kamsa, and he will fall onto that arena, the wrestling arena. He will fall there with so much of force that he will leave his life here. So when Krishna does it, ordinary people will think Krishna is a superhuman being. That is but as a devotee, I enjoy it. But when I look at people, that is why people, taking 10th canto to the people is very dangerous. They will never understand what is Krishna. We have to go through so many purifications before we can hear these wonderful pastimes. Okay, yesterday, Devendra has read, Hariam Birla has read, right? Malaya, where is your friend Bapi? Malaya, would you read? Would you like to read? Is he hearing?
Hare Krishna, sir. Ranat Pranam.
Okay, Malaya, where are you?
Sir, I am in home now, sir. After the work. This is the...
Where are you working?
Sir, in Gujarat, sir. I just came in home, sir, few days ago.
And so okay, you have come from Gujarat. Okay. So would you like to read?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Please read this paragraph. The word Kubala refers.
The word Kubala refers to king of elephants named Kubala Pida, who on the order of Kamsa was stationed near the wrestling arena to kill Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated the Supreme Lord Krishna, killer of the demon Madhu, confronted the elephant as he attacked. Seizing his trunk with one hand, Krishna threw him to the ground. Lord Hari then climbed onto the elephant with the ease of mighty lion, pulled out a tusk, and with it killed the beast and his keepers. Chanura is one of the wrestlers appointed by Krishna to kill Balaram and by Kamsa to kill Balaram and Krishna. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, no more shaken by demons, mighty blown than an elephant struck with a flower garland. Lord Krishna grabbed Chanura by his arms, swinging him around several times and hurled him onto the ground with great force. His clothes, hair, and garlands scattering, the wrestler fell down dead like a thunderbolt. Mustika is one of the wrestlers appointed by Kamsa to kill Balaram and Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.44.24 to 25, it is stated similarly, Mustika struck Lord Balabhadra with his fist and was slain. Receiving a violent blow from the mighty Lord's palm, the demon trembled all over the great pain, vomited blood, and then fell lifeless onto the ground like a tree blown down by the wind. The word Malla or Mal to hold means soldier, wrestler, or champion.
Okay. Thank you, Malay. Thank you very much. कंसबद्ध करिया चय शिशु संगे सर्वलोक देखी हासे बालकेर रंगे. After killing Kamsa, the Lord danced with his friends in such a way that everyone watching began to laugh. So, Neha. This Neha is hearing? Acha, she is always like that. Okay, Piyush.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhamat Pranam. The phrase Kamsa Vadha, killing Kamsa, is described in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.4434, 36, 37 as follows. As Kamsa thus raged so audaciously, the infallible Lord Krishna, intensely angry, quickly and easily jumped up onto the high royal dais. Lord Krishna, whose fearsome strength is irresistible, powerfully seized the demon, just as a son of Taksha might capture a snake. Grabbing Kamsa
Wait. Professor Piyush Segal, who is son of Taksha?
I'm not sure, Prabhuji.
So you failed. You simply failed. Can someone who knows the answer please put on the chat window? Sanjay Sinha. Sanjay Sinha ji has written the right answer, Garuda. Garuda is the son of Tarsha. That's right. Okay. So, okay, go ahead. कम से कम ये सब हमारा कल्चर है भाई. ये मत सोचो कि भाई ये कहाँ रहा. Okay. Piyush Saigal, continue.
Grabbing Kamsa by the hair and knocking off his crown, the lotus-naveled Lord threw him off the elevated dais onto the wrestling mat. Then the independent Lord, the support of the entire universe, jumped onto the king. As a result, Kamsa lost his life.
Very good. Thank you very much. I had already discussed about this. We will go forward. And please inform Neha that this
Prabhuji,
business
I'm
of...
here. No, Prabhuji, I'm here.
You are not there.
No,
When
no,
your
Prabhuji,
turn
I was there
came,
only. I
you
was
are
about
somewhere else.
No, Prabhuji, I was here. Mummy was saying something. I was telling her to keep quiet, and by the time Piyush started reading.
Ah.
I was here only.
Nah, you are cut now twice or thrice it has become. So you cannot now
No,
lie.
Prabhuji, that's the first time. Maybe the second. I always
In
hear.
this way, Nityananda and his friends imitated the pastimes of various incarnations. One day, Nityananda, dressed like Vamana, went to cheat Bali Maharaj out of his kingdom, which covered the three worlds. Someone played the role of aged Sukracharya, who persuaded Bali from giving the 3 steps. After accepting the gift, Lord placed his last step on the head of Bali. So this pastimes also, whenever I take bath in Ganga, I always meditate on this pastime. If you are, last when we took bath in Ganga on Nirjala Ekadasi day, that's the last time, right? Surya Grahan. Surya Grahan was on 21st June. Okay. So whenever I take bath in Ganga, my favorite pastimes to meditate is in this Bali Maharaj pastime, where Vamanadev would cover with 1 step the entire Earth planet. Second step, entire the rest of the universe, as his tip of toenail will scratch the outer covering, and the water from Karana Sagar would fall while touching his lotus feet. That is Ganga. And obviously, I know what a beautiful meditation you can have like that when you take bath in Ganga. And then the third step, there was no space, and Bali would happily surrender himself and say, please place your 3rd feet on my head. One day Nityananda enacted the pastimes of building a bridge across the ocean, with the boys playing the role of monkeys. Okay, so this is Lord Ramchandra with the monkey soldiers went to the shore of ocean. After hearing the prayers of fearful surrendered ocean deity, built a bridge over the ocean by throwing into the water the peaks of mountains whose trees and other vegetation had been seconded by the hands of great monkeys. Okay, so this is they cut castor oil plants and made a bridge across the water, because in Ekachakra you won't find anything. So the thing that is easily available in these villages, in a village setting, which you can easily cut, you can't cut everything, right? So if you cut the castor oil plant, nobody will, shout at you. So all that they could do is that they cut the castor oil plants to build the bridge. Then all the boys exclaimed, Jai Raghunath, Jai Raghunath, Jai Raghunath. Nityananda accepted the role of Lakshmana, who angrily went with a bow in his hand to chastise Sugriva. This is chastising Sugriva means in Kiskindya, when Lord Ram met, first Hanuman and his group, and then he will make friendship with Sugriva, and then to protect Sugriva, he will kill his brother Bali, and then Sugriva will be made the king, but the Chaturmasya came. So then the arrangement is that after 4 months, Sugriva will make arrangement for searching of Mother Sita. But 4 months passed and Sugriva is enjoying with Tara, So the material life he is enjoying very happily. So Lakshmana will become very angry. O king of the monkeys, my lord is in distress. Come quickly, or I will kill you. How can you sit here enjoying with women while he is lamenting on Malyavan mountain? Ram Leela is beautiful, sweet. One day Lord Nityananda spoke in anger to Parashuram. O Brahmana, I am not at fault. Leave here at once. Can anybody say what is this pastime? This pastime? Yes. When Lord Ram and their group, after marriage of Sita, they are coming out from the Janakpuri. On the way, they will meet Parashuram. So there, Parashuram will be defeated. Lord Ram would say, should I kill you or should I send you to Mahindra Paravata? Yeah, someone can read this. This is a big paragraph. Neha, you can read now.
Yes, Prabhuji. Another day, Lord Nityananda.
अरे क्या पढ़ रहा है तू? The incident concerning Sri Ramachandra's.
The incident concerning Sri Ramachandra's angry statements to Parshuram is described in the Srimad Bhagavatam 9.10.7 as follows. While returning from Sita's home after gaining her at the assembly of competitors by breaking Shiva's bow, Lord Ramachandra met Parshuram, who was agitated from hearing the tumultuous sound of the breaking of the bow. Although Parshuram was very proud, having rid the earth of the royal order 21 times, his pride was vanquished by the Lord, who appeared to be a Kshatriya of the royal order. One should also refer to the Ramayana Adi-khanda, chapter 76, and the Mahabharata Vamana chapter 99, verse 42 to 55 and 61 to 64. The phrase Mora dosha nahi, I am not at fault, is explained as follows. Being angered by the heroic words of Parashurama, Lord Ramachandra took the Vaishnava bow and arrows from his hands and spoke to him as follows. I wish to vanquish your free movement earned on the strength of austerities and your unrivaled dominion over the earth. You cannot blame me for this.
So in fact, Parashuram is now living in Mahindra Paravata. I don't know where is this Mahindra Paravata, but this is not in this Bharatavarsha somewhere. And you must know that Parashuram still living. Still living. Lakshmana bhave prabhu hoy sai rupa bujite na pare shisu manoye kautuka. Lord Nityananda was observed in the mood of Lakshmana. The boys, however, could not understand this and thought it was just a game. So, on another occasion, 5 boys took the role of monkeys and the Lord took the role of Lakshmana. Who are you monkeys wandering in the forest? I am the servant of Ramachandra. Tell me who you are. They replied, we are wandering out of fear of Bali. Please take us to Ramachandra. We wish to take the dust of his lotus feet. The Lord embraced them and led them to Ramachandra, whereupon they all fell at his feet. Can anybody say who are these five? Who are these five? Who are these five? But first say Hanuman, Sugriva, Jambavan, Nala and Nila. These are the five monkeys. And we had already read in Ramayana, these monkeys are not ordinary monkeys. They're all sons of all demigods, great demigods. Someone is the son of Indra, Sugriva is the son of Indra. And Pavan's son is, Hanuman. Bali is the son of sun god. So they are all great. They are not simply monkey. See, we have to be very careful when we hear now. So this is anyway. These are all very wonderful pastimes. So one day the Lord enacted the pastimes of killing Indrajit, the son of Ravana, and one day in the mood of Lakshmana, he accepted a defeat. Someone in the role of Vibhishan was brought before Ramachandra, and Ram performed his Abhisheka or coronation, installing him as the king of Lanka. One boy said, I am the mighty Ravana. Now I am releasing the Sakti Sela weapon. Stop it if you can, Lakshman. Saying this, boy threw a lotus flower at Nityananda, and in the mood of Lakshman, he fell to the ground. After the Lord in the mood of Lakshman fell unconscious, all the boys tried in vain to revive him. When they found no symptom of life remain in the body of Nityananda, they all held their heads and began to cry. The Lord's father and mother came running there. Also observed that there was no sign of life in their son. They then also fell to the ground unconscious. Everyone who saw this tragedy was struck with wonder. As the boys described the entire incident, someone said, I understand why he is unconscious. Previously, one great actor played the role of Dasaratha, and when he heard that Rama had left for the forest, he left his body. Someone else said, there is a boy dressed as Hanuman. If he gives him medicine, he will be cured. Before the incident, Lord had instructed his friends, when I fall unconscious, you should all gather around me and cry. And after a while, send Hanuman for some medicine. I'll recover when he puts the medicine to my nose. When the Lord fell unconscious in his own mood, the boys were all bewildered and they forgot the drama. And because they were so confused, they could not remember Lord's instructions. They simply cried loudly, oh brother, please get up. Oh Nitai, please get up. But when the boys heard the people's comments, they remembered Nityananda's instruction. A boy dressed as Hanuman immediately went for the medicine. Another boy dressed as a renunciant welcomed Hanuman with fruits and roots. He said to Hanuman, my dear sir, please stay and grace my ashram. It is a great fortune to meet such a person as you. Hanuman replied, I must go and complete my important mission. I would like to come, but I cannot delay. You must have heard that Lakshmana, the younger brother of Ramchandra, has been rendered unconscious by the Sakti-sila weapon of Ravana. Therefore, I am going to Gandhamadana hill to bring medicine. Only then will he survive. The renunciate then said, if you must go, first take bath and eat something, then you may go. The two boys repeated whatever Nityananda had instructed them. Therefore, everyone gazed at them in astonishment as they listened to their conversation. Then, on the request of the renunciate, Hanuman went to take bath in the lake, whereupon another boy in the lake grabbed hold of his feet. The boy played the role of crocodile, tried to pull Hanuman into the water, but Hanuman pulled the boy to the sword. After a short fight, Hanuman defeated the crocodile. When Hanuman returned to the renunciate ashram, he saw a mighty warrior. The boy dressed as Rakshasa then attempted to swallow Hanuman. He challenged, "You have defeated the crocodile, but now how will you defeat me? I will eat you. Then who will revive Lakshmana?" Hanuman replied, "Your Ravana is a dog. I consider him most insignificant. Get out of my way." In this way, the two first exchange some harsh words. Then they begin pulling each other's hair, and finally they begin striking each other with their fist. After promptly defeating the demon, Hanuman approached the Gandhamadana hill. There, Hanuman fought with some boys who were dressed as Gandharvas. After defeating the Gandharvas, Hanuman took the Gandhamadana hill on his head to Lanka. So you see, all details these boys have remembered. So they are not ordinary boys. Another boy playing the role of doctor remembered Lord Ram as he held the medicine to Lakshmana's nose. At that very moment, Lord Nityananda regained his consciousness, upon which his parents and others there all smiled in relief. Hadai Pandit embraced his son, and all the boys became overjoyed. Everyone asked, "Dear son, where have you learned all this?" Lord smiled and said, "These are all my pastimes. These are all my pastimes." In his early childhood, the Lord was most attractive. No one wanted to let him go from their laps. Everyone had more affection for Lord Nityananda than they had for their own sons. But no one could recognize him due to the influence of Lord's illusory energy. In this way, from the beginning of his childhood, Nityananda had no happiness other than enjoying the pastimes of Lord Krishna. All of his friends left their parents to constantly sport in the company of Nityananda. I offer repeated obeisance at the feet of those boys who enjoyed the associations of Lord Nityananda. So, dear devotees, we will stop here because little tougher subject would now come in this very chapter. Lord Nityananda will take sannyas and he will go on a pilgrimage. 29 years, I think he will be on pilgrimage. So, wonderful things are happening. And so please, you have any question, any comment, please you can put it on the chat box or you can speak yourself. What is happening? No question, nothing. Are kuch to bolo, devotees. Machitta madgata prana, bodhayantaha parasparam, kathayantascha mam nityam, tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Okay, Naik is saying, is Tarksha same as Kashyapa Muni? Garuda is known as son of Kashyapa Muni and Vanita. Garuda is known as son of Kashyapa Muni and Vanita. Yeah. Tarkya, I am not very sure about it. Vinata. Vinata, not Vanita. Vinata. Vinata is correct. Okay, any other question? Huh?
Sir, in chapter 4, it is written that Krishna consciousness is awakened by various sacrifices, and one of the sacrifices mentioned Varnashram. I'm not sure, but it is like Mahaprabhu was not very favorable of Varnashram, or he rejected it.
No, when Mahaprabhu came, Varnashrama was there already in our country. Our country was run based on Varnashrama. Because our country was run by Varnashrama, that's why these crazy Muslims and Britishers, they could not destroy our culture. Okay? Now suppose anybody invades India, will be completely destroyed. Because we have no more Varnashrama. So you see, even Muslim, you see those days, the Bengal was completely under the Muslim ruler. When Mahaprabhu, because you saw how Kaji was creating problem, but Mahaprabhu had no problem in preaching Krishna consciousness. Entire Bengal became devotee. Prabhupada once said that although Bengal has become fallen now, but still in any street, if you start speaking about Lord Chaitanya, then people in large number will gather to hear about Lord Chaitanya. Okay? So, and Bengal is a place where, there are many pseudo groups. They are not very authentic group, and they constantly perform various kinds of what is it called? Various kinds of cultural program in Bengali about Lord Chaitanya.
And also, sir, action as a matter of duty and as a sacrifice are the same.
Action as a matter of duty and sacrifice, same thing, yes, same thing. Duty is sacrifice, sacrifice is duty. Anmol Avasti, sir, I have mailed you the write-up on how bad is material world. Yes, I said that. Now 3 people have only submitted their write-up. One is Anmol Avasti, the second is Narayani Mataji, and the third is who is the third person I said on that day? Only 3 people.
Sir, I had sent the writer. Piyush this side.
Who?
Sir, Piyush this side.
Piyush Sehgal.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Piyush has sent. Yeah, Piyush. So, okay. You see that I am seeing all of your Bhagavad Gita lessons. So, I have gone until now 22 people. And I am on the serial of now 23 out of 52. So, within 2 days, so out of 22, only 2 people have completed 10 lessons. So, one is Radhakant Das, the second is Pawan Goel. And so these are the 2 people, they have finished 10. But I also see those who are a little senior like Radhakant and Pawan, you do not spend sufficient time in answering questions. You are answering, like for example, suppose this would have been your exam, in a mundane exam, you would have given sufficient time to write properly an answer, but you are not doing that, like rushing through the answers. This is what I felt. I felt that there are some newcomers, although they're making many mistakes, but when they know certain things, they give very nice answers. So this is, so you need to, because this is a consciousness. What is that? Suppose you are answering Bhagavad Gita in a systematic way, that means you are getting discipline in a spiritual life. So you should take it seriously, not rushing through the answers. I have to somehow. So please don't do that. But anyway, congratulations to Radhakant and Pavan that they have finished 10 chapters. But what about others? So I would like that people to take it very seriously. There are many, there are only 0 chapters. And soon you will get a call from me. And if you get a call from me, you will not be able to digest it. So before my call goes to you on the matter of learn Gita, live Gita, please accept my advice. Even if you don't sleep, give the answer. This is Jilali Mudi. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Today is Monday, right? Okay. Hare Krishna.